Hello, it's Dr. Michael Doty. I know it's been a crazy few weeks with everything going on, but I wanted to give you some information on what I recommend to people coming into the clinic, no matter what's going on, as far as if they have any kind of major immune function problems or if they're healthy and just want to keep their immune system up. And at these times, it's probably the most important thing. So we're going to dive into there's a couple protocols that I always recommend with these products that Zymogen puts out. And we're going to talk a little bit about what each of the products does and why we recommend it for our different protocols. So the first protocol is if you are healthy and you just want to keep up your immune system function, then this is the protocol that I recommend. And it's one that I do personally just to make sure that my immune system is functioning well. So, when it gets challenged, it can fight off whatever is challenging it. So when we talk about this, and one of the biggest things and misnomers, I guess, a lot of people think about is that we just want to boost immune system function with like vitamin C or zinc, and they are good. And you'll hear a lot about that. But my biggest thing is that we also want to keep your inflammation level within control. If your inflammation levels are going out of control, that's going to keep your body from being able to A, fight things off, and B, heal properly. And those are two major things that we need to do right now with your body. So part of the protocol that we do is we start out with Omega Monopure. And this is one that really works to help out with the inflammation and keeps your body able to reduce that or keep it within normal levels. And we're going to talk a little bit about this. So you can see on the screen here, some of the clinical applications. Obviously, we're talking about with fish oil or any kind of fish oil is cardiovascular function. But the big idea with this is it really does help out with a lot of the inflammatory processes of the body. Now, the reason why we recommend Omega Monopure, you'll see that it's a monopure. And what happens is the way fish oil is normally packaged, it's in what's called a triglyceride. That means that it has the way the structure is, there is 3 glyceride in the backbone. And what it needs to do is the body or your liver needs to break off those fatty acids from the triglyceride backbone before it will go across the cell wall. So with this Omega Monopure, what it does is it comes in what's called a monoglyceride form. And that's the form that your liver produces once you take a fish oil, supplement in. Your liver has to produce a monoglyceride, and that's what this already does. So what you'll see here is even compared to Zymogen, they compared it to their own product that is a triglyceride level. You can see that it not only gets in the bloodstream faster, but you have higher levels of the EPA and the DHA in the bloodstream for longer periods of time. And we'll have this information, linked if you want to look at this a little bit more in depth. We'll have this information linked on our website so you can take a look at this doctor's reference form if you really want to dive in a little bit deeper. But definitely, research shows that you have a larger concentration of the EPA, DHA, and a lower time to get to that maximum concentration. So the idea is that you're getting more of the product and it's helping out with those inflammatory issues. Now, the other thing that, I take on a daily basis and, I recommend that everybody does, for me specifically, is the ProBiomax daily. And that, as we know, about 80% of our immune system is in our gut. And so probiotics to get the good bacteria in your gut to help crowd out the bad bacteria is going to be a huge benefit right now for you to get healthy, stay healthy, and be able to fight off anything that comes your direction. So this is something that's pretty basic, and we all know that. And with the big difference, there's a couple different things, and we're going to talk about this, but the ProBiomax Daily is going to give you just the basics that you need on a daily basis. With research, what I found was that oftentimes they talk about the most different strains and the most number of strains, which, if you are in a bad situation, you're not healthy, that is very true. But for most people, they can do just these basic strains And, that's all they really need. So we don't need to add a bunch of stuff and pay for more probiotics that maybe aren't necessary if you are, normally fairly healthy person. So definitely we wanted to make sure that we are taking a probiotic daily. This is one of the things that will be a huge benefit for anybody to boost their immune system function. The NFR2 pathway is an antioxidant pathway, and it's going to work with another supplement that we talk about down the road. But what this does is this is your body's way of basically giving, producing energy in your cells. And, some of you might have heard of me talk about mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are the power plants in your cells. And literally what we know now, especially with all of the anti-aging studies that are out there, all these people who are putting, a lot of money into finding out how to slow or even reverse the aging process. This is one of the pathways that they found in the body that actually does that. So as you can see on this, it talks about antioxidant support. And obviously that's what vitamin C is, vitamin, E, A, those are those antioxidants. This is what actually is what they call the super antioxidant. It's one of the ones that makes glutathione. And we're going to talk about glutathione in just a second when we get to that supplement. But what that does is it's actually even more of an antioxidant than, let's say, a vitamin C. So this is going to help your body not only boost your immune system function, but you can see that it helps with detoxification. So if you're toxic, the body is not going to be able to fight things as easily as it could. So this is huge for everybody to be able to function at the highest levels. And not only will this help boost your immune system function, but like I was saying, this is a part of anti-aging. And so, hey, if you want to act, feel, and look younger, this is a good supplement for you. Another supplement that we talk about all the time here, and most people understand, and it's got a lot of research behind it, is vitamin D. There's different forms of the vitamin D on here. We recommend either getting the liquid or doing the 5,000 IUs. The reason being is that you need to have enough vitamin D. And so you'll notice, when is flu season? Yeah. Flu season is when we don't, during the winter months, like fall into winter and into spring. The reason why the flu viruses are more able to affect us at those times is because we're not getting as much of our own vitamin D made. Your body makes vitamin D via the sun and through our skin. But obviously during those winter months, we're covered up and we don't get as much sun. So we need to supplement with this. It would be good to find out what your vitamin D levels are blood work wise. And if you need help with that, definitely give us a call. But the idea is if you are low on vitamin D, this is something that has been proven in research that works better than the flu shot against the flu. So this is something that if you're not taking it, you absolutely need to be taking this as a supplement, especially during those winter months and when you're not getting as much sun. The next supplement that is on the list that I use on a daily basis and that a lot of people need to is making sure that you have a multi-mineral formula. And we know specifically with viruses, certain minerals such as zinc, and you probably heard that, zinc and copper are things that can deactivate the viruses in our bodies. So this is in general is just something that is good to take. Most people have mineral deficiencies. We check that for people as well. And what you find is there's so much stuff that minerals are important as far as bodily functions that you need to make sure that you are taking some kind of multi-mineral. Now, the one thing about Zymogen and the difference with Zymogen's products is that they use a specifically, they use specific chelated minerals, so they are more highly absorbed. That's what I love about this product that is different than if you just get a multi-mineral off of the shelf. Not only do they make sure that these things are non-GMO when you're talking about different things, but all of these, you can see this TRAACS. That is a chelated version of these minerals that make them highly absorbable, and your body gets more out of each of the products. So that's something that I would absolutely recommend with with a daily, and we take it as far as a daily basis. But specifically to help, you boost immune system function and keep that inflammation low. Now, one thing that we're going to have on both lists is Lauric. And what it is it's a monolaurian and lauric acid supplement. Now, this is something that I just discovered, a few years ago after doing some more research. The interesting thing about Lauric is that it is a huge antimicrobial. So monolaurian is basically, they found it in mother's milk, and that's how they first started studying it. And what they found was not only does it have, it help out the body, as far as gut bacteria and other things that helps, a healthy gut, which we know, once again, like we talked about, is about 80% of your immune system, but it also reduces inflammation. And that's a huge thing about this. But you'll see in this study, they talk about that it helps kill bacterias, funguses, and viruses. Now, obviously, this virus one is pretty important right now, but this is something that I absolutely, we talk about here all the time at the clinic, and we need, we get people to take this on a regular basis, because you will notice when you start taking this, those joint aches, some of the inflammation stuff that's happening, it reduces significantly. I mean, I notice it myself, and that's why I take this on a regular basis, is because when I don't take it, I feel my knees, I feel other inflammation that I won't feel when I'm actually taking the Lauric or the monolaurian supplement. So that is one that you're going to see on both of our lists, that whether you are healthy or your immune system is challenged, monolaurian is something that I would absolutely take. So now, as far as if you feel like your immune system is more challenged, I would take everything that we just talked about. However, I would also, instead of the ProBiomax Daily, I would do more of a complete version of this. Now, the difference with that is that this is going to give you all of the strains that we talked about in a high level. Like, once again, when we were talking about the probiotics and the bacteria, if you're generally healthy, you won't need this. If you are struggling with immune system function, or if you notice that you're not digesting well, there's all kinds of, you just tend to be, have more issues with catching colds and immune system function, this is going to help out, because it's going to give you all of those strains of bacteria, and your body's going to use the stuff that it needs to use. It might not use it all, but whatever it needs to use, you're going to get from this more complete probiotic. So if that's the case, I would recommend the ProBiomax Complete, and that one you would take daily. And we'll have the list of what you need to take as far as, the amount as well when we talk about that. The other thing that we talk about is A. So vitamin A is one that is an antioxidant, like we talked about, but it actually helps significantly with immune function as well. So, I mean, if you're getting challenged with immune system function, this is something that you would want to take. It's a fat soluble vitamin, and you can see where immune function comes in, but it really helps out with mucosal surfaces. So making sure that when, if you were getting, virus into the mucosa, that your body can fight that off and knock that away. So this is something that we recommend at the higher level, at the 7,500, just to make sure that your body can fight off any kind of pathogen that's coming in through those mucosal membranes. It's why a lot of people are wearing masks now. But that's the big idea with that. And one last supplement that we talk about is Immunotex. This is specifically for people who have compromised immune systems. They've done a lot of research on this, especially with cancer patients and after radiation, and how they have a suppressed immune system. And we know that their immune systems are compromised because of radiation. This whole glucan particle from research is shown to give you all kinds of benefits to support your natural immunity, so it can bring that back up. So there's a lot of information of how this works, but the big idea is that the research showed that this actually increases all of those immune function activations of the cells, like the macrophages, the neutrophils, the T cell mediated immunity. So they know that these things are what fight off all the pathogens that come in. And this whole glucan particle is actually something that will help your body increase its your immune system, and especially if you are really you have a suppressed immune system. So this is something that if you know you're immunocompromised, you have a compromised immune system, this is something that I would absolutely be taking at this time to make sure that that immune system is supported as highly as possible. It definitely is a very interesting, the research behind this is very compelling. All right, so I just also wanted to help you guys if you had any questions on where you can get these products. Zymogen is not sold in any stores. It's not sold to the general public. It's only sold through doctors. What they did though, because of what's going on, is they made an online dispensary for our clinic to make sure that you guys can get the products that you need shipped directly to you. So there's this website here. If you go to this website, wholescripts.com, and it's our dispensary is Doty Chiro Doty. What you're going to do is you're going to fill in your email right in this box here and then hit verify practitioner. And then it's going to put you through to fill out any of the information, and you will have access to all of the products that we just talked about in the Zymogen, as far as the Zymogen. Now, this is where you go to, and then you can order it. They will ship it directly to you, and you'll be able to have that product right at your house. So Lauricidin is the other product that we talked about. And like I said, I highly recommend that you get that product. This is my online store where you can get the Lauricidin product. This is the link to that store. So if you type this into your browser, it'll bring you to the page where, we sell the Lauricidin. And then as you can see, you'll see that there's different ways. There's a welcome offer. And then you can buy 1, 2, 3 jars. They also have some other products, but this is where you can buy the Lauricidin online. And once again, they'll ship it directly to you, and they do free shipping. So that's a great thing. So go to this website right there, and that will get you access to the Lauricidin as well. So I just want to thank you for taking your time to listen to this. If you have any questions, if you want to find out more, if you're not sure where to begin or what you need, if this was a little bit too overwhelming, don't hesitate to, give our office a call, or even contact me by email. Our email address is info@dotychiro.com, and our phone number is 303-794-1737. So those are the contact information. If you need any help, if you want to find out, we do things like this is just a general protocol that we give for, everybody if they're asking about immune system support, whether they're healthy or if they're compromised. But if you want to dive in even deeper and find out what you need specifically, we do blood work, and we can do that anywhere. And we can dive in and know exactly what products you need. And we put together a personalized supplement protocol from Zymogen and other companies to make sure that your body is optimized and is as healthy as possible. So thanks again for your time, and I hope this was informative. And if you have any questions, just get a hold of us. Thank you.